TV series are full of heroes and villains or protagonists and antagonists, but sometimes, the characters the audience is supposed to love become the most annoying. Sometimes the audience of a popular series will in love with the monsters, criminals, and anti-heroes, while other times they will feel miffed by the supposed good guys. While some characters are fan favorites from the get-go, there are a lot of television characters who never truly ingratiate themselves to the fans. When the audience collectively decides that a character is annoying, it's often a result of how they treat the fan-favorite character in the series, or it can also be a result of their stagnant nature in the series. The most annoying characters in TV feel like they do not have true arcs or have repetitive natures in their scenes. Though it boils down to taste and preference, these 10 TV characters fans are the ones the audience is supposed to root for that they cannot stand. Deborah Morgan, Dexter. Deb looking serious with her hair pulled back in Dexter Season 6. Deborah Morgan has a knack for annoying the Dexter audience. She irritates viewers as the foil to Dexter's brilliant best-laid plans, but her incessant tone and lack of self-awareness has also allowed her to get under the skin of many Dexter fans. Her storylines see her relatively resistant to change, which is a common theme in television character arcs, but she's often perceived as whiny, always seeming to complain about something new. It seems like even Dexter gets exasperated with his annoying little sister. What is interesting with Deborah Morgan is that she is a mass of contradictions as well. She swears more than a sailor and dresses like Jessie from Toy Story 2. The most redeeming quality about Deb is her shrewd detective skills on the force, which is a plus in a crime drama. Piper Chapman, Orange is the New Black. Piper, Taylor Schilling, on the phone in Orange is the New Black. Piper Chapman is the protagonist of Orange is the New Black, and typically, the audience is supposed to root for the main character. However, it's not clear whether this protagonist of Orange is the New Black is supposed to be well-liked by fans since the series debuted at a time when unlikable protagonists were all over the television. Piper surely gets under the skin of the audience. She is so full of herself, under the belief she's better than the other women in the prison who don't have college degrees, and in a show with such a diverse group of characters, that makes it hard to root for her. Piper also seems to hold no accountability for her actions, as she constantly winds up cheating on her significant other, regardless of their gender. Piper's prison mates give her a pretty hard time, so watching this Netflix series means that the audience doesn't always have to like her, but appreciate her arc in the larger story. Nancy Botwin, Weeds. Nancy in a bathtub in Weeds Season 2. Nancy Botwin starts out on the show as the pitiful widowed housewife moving her way up from dime bags to ounces in the drug world. The audience is supposed to root for her success and for her to be able to provide for her family in the wake of losing her partner. When she was small potatoes, Nancy was actually once likable, but her narcissism and small success quickly spin out of control, and she turns into a complete egomaniac. The audience definitely isn't shaming her life choices as she's still fun to watch, but Nancy certainly holds nothing back when it comes to her intimate affairs with several different men and women throughout the series. With every season of Weeds that passed, Nancy Botwin became more and more insufferable with her ego and attitude. The hit series has had tentative plans to return for a sequel titled Weeds 4.20, which is in early development with stars Craig Manning, Degrassi, The Next Generation. Craig stands on train tracks in Degrassi episode When Doves Cry Part 2. Craig is a pretty divisive character in the Degrassi franchise. While some fans adore him, especially at the start of his time in the Next Generation series, others want to skip through his story as quickly as possible. There's something about Craig Manning that just doesn't sit right. He's the troubled teen who lost his mother and ended up stuck with an abusive biological father, which nobody deserves. It seems Craig's little sister and stepfather, Joey, are his only saving graces, except, of course, for all of his romantic interests, which is where the annoyances come in for the audience. Craig has a propensity for cheating, two-timing Ashley and Manny during Degrassi, the Next Generation's third season. Despite Manny falling for him very quickly, he never treats her the way she thinks he will. He also brushes Ashley's feelings aside repeatedly. Craig's tendency to never learn to appreciate the women in his life makes his character arc less than stellar.